Machine learning can be divided into two categories. It's essentially either supervised or unsupervised learning.
Become the business leader your business needs you to be. Become a B2B beast.
Hey everyone, Alexander Moen here, and supervised learning, it's task-oriented. It's where you're telling the algorithm to come up with a certain thing. You have an end goal in mind and you want it to reach that. Unsupervised is just the opposite. You might have the algorithm come up with its own associations. So different ways that you would do this with supervised learnings. Maybe there's predetermined categories you want to find. Maybe you want to find if a vendor's going to pay their bill or not. Maybe you want to see if somebody's going to default on a loan or not. You put them into different categories. Or a regression analysis is kind of like a mathematical equation that helps determine the dependent variable given certain independent variables. So maybe your company, you want to determine what sales are going to be given different marketing spend on different advertising campaigns, or how long somebody's been with you, how much money they're going to contribute to the company in terms of having customers. Unsupervised learning, it is probably taking lots of data and trying to figure out associations that you might not be able to come up with on your own. So maybe if you're coming up with a different cluster, for instance, maybe it's going to pull out that people from certain industries and certain age groups with certain, let's say, a manager or whatever position that they have. It might come up with a combination you didn't think of, but now you can target an advertising campaign to that cluster. It can also be used for perhaps associations or cause and effect that you might not be able to pull out otherwise. Or maybe another popular way is to reduce dimensionality. So that just means where you have perhaps a ton of different variables, and maybe you have so many variables, just 50 or 100 or even more, it would be useless to go through all of them, but it can determine different ways where you can compact those while minimizing the loss of information. So which of these is best? It really depends on what you're doing. So I recommend starting off with what's the business question you're trying to answer, what data do you have available, and then determine based on that which method is best. And each of those subcomponents has multiple methods too, and none of those methods is necessarily best and going to explain the most variation in the numbers or minimize the loss function. So really it's case by case basis, but hopefully this gives you a decent overview of what they mean at least. And maybe in another video I'll get into the different methods and how they work too. But let me know if you have any questions, and have a good one, everyone.